on tonight? Hey, lady, what's up?
What's up?
Hey, you know what? Let's tell the people. Um, first of all, as we do tonight, I know it's unusual that we're doing a Wednesday night, but with the Facebook issues yesterday, it just created some things that created our broadcast to go bonkers. So I said, lady, let's redo last night's show and let's talk about it on Wednesday night. We may be doing two shows a week, but we'll later clue you in on that. But she said, cool, let's do it. Because no one can hear me last night, but they can hear Lady A. It's like Lady A was just talking to herself. When I do the playback, it's like you were just talking to yourself. I'm like, man, nobody can hear me. So we're doing tonight's show of a repeat of last night's show. And last night's show was about the difference between going forward and backwards, or you can say backwards or forward if you're trying to focus on more on forward. So we're going to talk about that tonight, Lady A. And let me say this. Like we always say, we love when you come on and follow us and look at us and give us the views and show us that love. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like, share, please share. Hit that share button. Hit some love buttons. So give us that love, show us that love, because Lady A appreciates it when you do that, and MOFAM appreciates it as well. So thank you. So Lady A, let's get into the topic. What's the difference between going forward and backwards? Let's talk. Like I said last night, and I'm going to say it again tonight, we must focus on going forward and less focus on going backwards. Because if you don't look forward, how can you tell where you're going? How can you see where you're going? If you continue to look backwards, you're going to continue to be stumbling and cross the things that's in front of you, right? Like I said last night, as you walk and you walk into, you see buildings, trees, cars, blah blah blah, people, blah blah blah. You see things in front of you, right? And in order to maneuver around those things, you have to be looking forward. That's the same thing with relationships. As we continue to look backwards, whether it be a friendship or like Lady A, she's going to come in on what she's going to come in, friendship, relationship, whatever it is. If you have gotten to a point where that type of relationship is toxic, and you want to go forward and move on, you have to continue to look forward. If you continue to look backwards, you're going to be focused back on the history of that relationship. And as you continue to focus back on the history of that relationship, guess what? It's going to be a repeating cycle. Most cases, it's going to be a repeating cycle. So you're going to be going around and around and around. And like I said last night, the same thing gets the same. As you continue to do the same thing, you get the same results. If you want that toxic relationship, if you want that friend that's backstabbing you, continue to do the things that are behind you, because that's what you're going to get out of that relationship. And Lady A made some comments last night. We kind of disagreed a little bit. Now, I wouldn't say disagree. She just kind of piggybacked and talked and said, okay, here's the addendum to that. And she made some good addendums. Go ahead, Lady
Okay, so my thing last night was okay, so for me, like I've learned how to be a strong, independent person. So my vision forward is clear. Now, on the backside of that, back in the past, I have gone backwards before, but I know not to go backwards that way anymore. Now, if there is somebody that you've been in a relationship with or things like that, they're still can be beneficial to your life, just perhaps not in the sense that you thought that they were, but they could still be a key factor to your moving forward.
Right.
So, like, you have to evaluate that scenario and figure that out and determine that for yourself.
Yep. And with those addendums that she's going to probably be talking about. And one thing that I was looking at, Juanita Byman, she's a evangelist, and she was talking about going backwards and forward, right? And she focused more on backwards, right? And she gave the definition around forward and backwards. And she said that one of the definitions for forward, as you focus on moving forward, you know, something new challenges, new ways, new things, new everything. You see everything in front of you new. But the backwards is almost like it was like a common denominator when she read a lot of things, and she said a common denominator was the end of something, or nothing. Everything stops. As far as you moving forward, everything stops, and the common denominator was that you're gonna keep repeating yourself on what happened in the past, and in most cases, that you're not gonna see the new things in front of you, so you can move forward. So I found that very interesting that she was giving those definitions around moving forward and backwards, and giving her perspective as far as how to move forward. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm kind of, I don't know about Lady A. I think she mentioned it last night, but me, I'm more focused on moving forward, but I do have those tendencies of falling backwards a lot of times, and I have to think about it before I go in that direction, right? I have to think about it. I like, okay, as long as you I feel as though as long as you catch yourself in the thought of going backwards, I think you'll be okay moving forward, but you have to recognize that you're going backwards. And Lady A made a point last night that, hey, I have an addendum to that, as far as I'll let you talk about it, but as far as when I made the comment about being on the side, not completely behind you, but being on the side of you, and if they're going to continue to do the things they do, you're gonna surpass them and move forward. But you made an addendum to that last night, as far as sometimes there's a good time, there's a good scenario, I guess, if I must say, that you can go backwards. And what was that you were saying last night? I don't want to mess up your whole dialogue there, but
I think that was when we were talking about, oh God, like just having people from my past. Like I've
yeah,
got people from my past that I went backwards. It was the same crap over and over again. But there's also people from my past that I'm actually like super cool with now. And, I mean, but it's that whole thing. Like you have to figure things out within yourself, find peace within yourself, make peace with the situation and the scenario. Think about, like, when and if the person surfaces again, think about, what if, could you be friends with, could you, what I mean, do
right,
things, partner with this person with on certain things and stuff like that, and then make the decision for yourself. In
hmm
every circumstance, that's not going to be something that you can do.
right, right,
And I said last night, there are friends from my past that totally screwed me over.
mm.
And if one of them showed up in my neighborhood and I ran into him, like, no, absolutely not.
We all have those relationships, And I think I mentioned one about mine. But if I saw this person, I go the opposite direction, out the back door of wherever I was, go out the back door. I don't even want to go out the front door. Let me go out the back door. But like Lady A said, is that you have those scenarios that there is in cases that you may look backwards to bring someone forward with you, but if they refuse to go forward with you, at that point you must continue to focus on moving forward. And I said last night also is that people are not going to grow with you. It may be you may mature faster than others. Especially when it comes to relationships, friendships, blah, blah, blah. But people are not going to grow with you on a level if you consistently growing, right? They're going to be stagnant at a point where you're growing, right? And then you're growing, you're separated. Some people you're just going to leave behind, right? Until that person realizes that, hey, I need to do right. I need to focus more on what's the right thing. And then when I get to that point, we can move together. I like the way I put that. I'm not a preacher or nothing, but hey, it is what it is, As we say in the middle of the show, thank you for coming on. I see some people coming on, looking on, and maybe on for a minute or two, but I see you coming on. I saw you peep. Say hi. Say what's up. Say MOFAM, Lady. Hey, what's up? Show some love. Show some likes. Show some shares. Show us some shares. And subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Getting back to the point on hand, Lady A. I feel you. And let me ask you a question, Lady A. And I think I asked you this last night as far as moving forward. And sometimes we focus on, in some scenarios, like you just commented, moving backwards. How do I know? I'm asking a rhetorical question, but some people out there may ask you or don't know the answer to this. So, how do I know that when a relationship can be saved or a situation can be saved, that I need to take a step back 1 foot, not 2 feet, but 1 feet backwards to bring that person forward with me, so we can move forward together, whether it be a relationship or a friendship?
I think you recognize signs, and I think that if you step back and you process all of that stuff, but you have to look at yourself too, because everyone contributes to where you're at. So like you have to do a reality check of what did I contribute and what did this person contribute for us to get to this spot where we feel a certain type of way. Now, if you can recognize your flaws and they can recognize their flaws, 8 times out of 10, you can probably come back together. Now, if you were in a relationship, you might not be able to come back together in a relationship depending upon what happened.
Right.
Now, you can come back to something else. I mean, I can testify and justify to that. So you can come back. I mean, and I'm just saying, like my best friend, 25 years. I mean, when we were young, we dated, we were in a relationship, didn't work out, didn't see each other for a long time, still communicated off and on, both got married, lost contact, both got divorced, hooked up again. Relationship wasn't our thing because we tried again and it didn't work. So then we step back and we evaluate, but the beauty in that is that this person was meant to be in my life, but they were meant to be in my life to be my best friend, not my boyfriend.
You know, that's a saying that people you probably have heard this saying, and I've heard it so many times that there's a purpose for people to come in your life, whether it be short
Hmm.
term or long term. But it's up to you to figure that out. And if you don't figure it out, time will figure it out for you. And that's why people go through these fast relationships, because a lot of times, in a relationship, the person is not meant to be in that type of relationship with you. It may be something that they needed to show you, teach you, or tell you, and it may have been one statement, it may have been one thing, or it may have been one. I mean, whatever the case may be, it may have been 10 things. Whatever the case may be, that's why you see these people in these short-term relationships, because that's not what it was built for. That's not why God put that person in your life.
Hmm.
Because the right person, believe it or not, whether you are living the faith or not, the right person that comes in your life, guess what? That person is going to be in your life for life, because everything is going to click. Because to me, I don't know about you, Lady A, but I know your faith. To me, God doesn't make mistakes. If you're praying for
Mm-mm.
the right person to come in your life as a relationship, you gotta be careful what you say when you pray, right? Anything you say on your tongue, pretty much God is gonna give that to you. But the way you say it, words are important, right? Specifically, you have to ask what you want in your life. Don't be saying I want a relationship, because that could be any relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a job relationship. It could be anything. If you want a woman, and I'm speaking on a male perspective, if you want a woman that you want to marry, that you want to maybe have kids with, I don't want to have no kids, but anyway, if you want to have kids with, you want to have a home with, you want to have a prosperous life, those are the things you have to say out of your mouth. All right. If you're saying anything less than that, expect less than that. Don't expect what you asked for. So don't expect what you didn't ask for. Let me say it that way. Because a lot of people at times make the mistake, because God is listening to you. So, hey, I just wanted to put that little preach in there. So, yeah. So, lady, it's one of those things we must. I see baby Sasha coming on. What's up, Sasha? That's one of those things is that we have to stay focused on. And listen to Juanita Byman the other night. Just put a lot of did a reality check for me. But let me tell you a little story, Lady. And I almost forgot about this story. I was at the casino Saturday. I was at the casino Saturday, and this lady, this couple, I had walked into this casino. I was getting ready to play my thing, do my thing, and this couple that was sitting next to me, it was I want to say a Spanish couple, and they were on last night, by the way. I want to say a Spanish couple and a black lady. So I'm a Spanish man and a black lady was actually married, and they watched me come in, watched me go to my machine. They had no clue the machine how to play the machine, right? So as soon as I watched, I did my doing my thing, right? And I noticed the husband was looking at me, and it looked like he was just staring at me. So I looked over, I looked next to myself, and I said, are you having a hard time?" He said, "We don't even know how to play. We have no clue what to do. We have our money in here, but we don't know what to do, right?" So I was showing them. Long story short, I was showing them how to play the game, and I teach them how to play the game and everything. And throughout the night, from out of nowhere, throughout the night as we were playing, I was just sitting there, just doing my thing, just playing, minding my own business, right? And out of the blue, the wife was on the other side of the husband between me and the wife, right? The wife is on the other side, and she didn't yell at me. She just like said something. I wouldn't say whispered, but she said something to me, right? And I felt what she was saying. But the thing she said is that you are a good person. I can feel that you're a great person and you're doing good things. And I say, well, I kind of looked at her and I wanted to hear it again. Like I said last night, I wanted to get that praise again. I wanted to hear it again. So she said it. I said, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I said, what makes you say that? I can see that in you. You're such a good person. You don't know us from Apple, Adam and Eve, right? And you just showed us and taught us how to play. And now my husband's going fast like you and doing the things. He said we had. I heard her husband say, I was taught by a great teacher. So I taught her, and she said, I can see you going forward in your life. And that's right there. I say all that to say this. She said, I can see you going forward in your life. I say, that's funny you say that because I have a podcast, webcast, and Tuesday's show is going to be about going forward and backward. And she like, her eyes got big, like wow. And I was like, we don't know each other from, Adam and Eve. We don't know each other. She had never seen me in her life, but she says that. And the name of the show Tuesday was going to be going for the difference between forward and backwards. And I found that very interesting that, God put that on her lips to say that to me. And it could be a prophecy. We couldn't come up with the word last night. Did you ever figure out what the word was? We couldn't figure out what it was, but maybe a prophecy, I guess. But I thought that was really, really interesting to see that, to hear that. So I was really pleased. I haven't. By the way, I won at the casino. By the way, it wasn't a lot of money. It was like $400 or $500, something like that, close to $500 if I count my net losses or whatever. But yeah, it was. I found that very interesting that she say that type of thing and didn't know me from Adam and Eve. But like we say, people would not. Like I said last night, people that do not know you, if you're moving forward in your life, people that do not know you, they will probably see that because they'll see the different, something they probably don't see a lot. What you wear on you, people can see. Just like clothes. What you wear on you, people can see. If you are sad and depressed all the time, yeah, people will see that, and you gotta live like the new. People, when people see you, not dressing for people, but when people see you, you don't want to let them see you in a point where you're at a point always negative, always sad. Who wants to be around that? I know we go through our life challenges, but who wants to see that all the time? Because I'm dealing with something tough on my side, whether it be home life or financially or whatever. I want to be around positive people. You know what I'm saying? And in order to be around positive people, if these people continue to be in the back of me, all they talk about is negative things, I got to get around something new. I got to move forward because this is putting me in a state that I don't want to be in. I want to get out of. I have to move forward. In order to move forward, I got to leave those people behind me and move forward. So I said that to say that, all that, lady. Did you have some?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. Sasha's on. We're gonna get to these comments. Let's get to some of these comments. Sasha, she's on. She said, "Hey, good evening." She's such a sweetheart. You know what? I was asking Sasha about photos, and I hope she could hear me. I was asking about photos. I'm wondering. I was going to do a surprise for you, but Sasha was supposed to get back with me. So if you hear me, Sasha, get back with me. I want to work with you. I want to do a surprise with Lady A. So we may be going down to Houston.
Uh-oh. Trouble.
She said, I have new things coming. She said, in the last 2 years, I have taken 2 steps back to elevate. For me, it was for these relationships because me and harm and turmoil, I walked away. My life has changed. Yeah, that's basically what we're saying, Sasha. It's like whenever you take a step back, and it's like same results. Whatever the case may be, you're getting the same results. And once you start moving forward, things will change. You'll be much. I know what I said last night. You'll be much happier, right? You'll be much happier. Your life will seem like it's a new thing, new challenges, whatever. It just changes your whole demeanor when you're moving forward, in my opinion, right? I'm trying to get in the habit of looking forward because Lady A told me to look forward. But but it's just that demeanor would change when you start moving forward. I'm much happier. I'm really am much happier. The things that I go through now, that self challenges that I go through, just everyday life. I'm much happier now, even though I don't have no one in my life physically. But me moving forward and the things that I do now, that I concentrate now more on, I'm much happier. Um, will I love someone to be in my life? Yeah, of course I would. I'm not gonna fool myself, but I'm not just gonna be settling. You know what I'm saying? Because for MOFAM to be in a relationship, I know me. I know me, and I would get irritated fast, and I wouldn't say so much bored fast, but I would just get irritated fast, and I'm probably a 7 out of 10 hard to love, I guess. I don't know. I let that person be the judge of that, but I, some people say you're hard to love. I said I'm open to arms. So why am I hard to love? Is it that I'm different? Different than most people have dated? I don't know, but eventually MoFam will find a love. And I see his chairs. I see the people coming on. Lady A, we getting some views tonight.
Ah!
On an off night. Sasha says, I have new things coming. Is that about the pictures you're talking about? I'm wondering, Sasha. Let me know if that's what you're talking about. Or are you talking about you want us to, I don't know. You tell me what you're talking about. What else we have here? I see people giving us thumbs up. People are viewing us. They got 6 comments. Yes, she's talking about the pictures. She said, I'm talking about, oh, Veronica's on. I'm here. She will give you some heart signs. What's up, Veronica? Thank you for coming on. As we always say, each and every week, please like, share, and subscribe to MoFam Podcast. We're going to be changing this to podcast, from podcast to webcast. Lady A, there's a reason why we're going to be doing that. But it's considered, people are going to know us by either or. So we're going to be changing it real soon from podcast to webcast. So stay still the same people, still the same topics, but you can come in and you chill with us and you talk with us. Say, let me hear those comments. Come on, bring those comments in. What do you think about the difference between going forward and backwards? And when you're going forward, like Lady A summarized the whole thing up, me and her have been talking about, is like we need to focus more on going forward versus backwards, because if we continue to focus on backwards, we're going to continue to go in this cycle. And if you continue going the cycle doing the same thing, guess what, Lady? What's the answer to that? If you continue doing the same thing, you get the
Same results.
Same results. Same results. So you must change that focus going forward. So give us some comments. What you think? What you feel about the difference between going forward and backward? We're getting a lot of likes tonight, Lady. Man, we maybe need to start coming on Wednesday night.
Wednesday might be a better night.
Right. All right. Shoot. Man, they are coming on. They coming on at all, at least. The number.
Oh, well, they may be a little intoxicated. Remember, it is St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about tonight being St. Patrick's Day. I forgot about that. I thought the parades were next this weekend.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay. Veronica made a comment. She said, "If you live in the past, you stay in the past. No progress." That's what we've been saying all night, Veronica. It's like you continue to live in that past, and you're gonna stay in the past. And you're gonna not continue to move forward and see new things and new challenges in life. And we must continue to focus, especially when you're elevating to a point where you have to leave people in the past. Veronica made another comment. It's wine and ice on Wednesdays.
That's up, girl.
I feel you. Maybe as a matter of fact, me and Lady have been talking about it a little bit about we haven't went in great detail about doing 2 shows a week. But we're going to be doing probably 2 shows a week, so I know we are. Actually, Lady A, I shared some news for Lady A last night, what we're going to be doing as well. So, as a matter of fact, I was on the phone with them, Clear Channel, about putting us, getting us up on a billboard. So we're going to be all over Dallas Fort Worth billboards. As a matter of fact, we can go even somewhat national with that. So, of course, going national, more money. So I'm talking, trying to negotiate with them, see what we can do. Definitely DFW, that we're going to be on billboards. So, on the digital billboard. Can you imagine your face being plastered on a billboard? You drive.
Could you imagine if I was driving down 35 and it flipped when I drove? I'd be like, oh shit.
But that's gonna be interesting. I love it. We're gonna have fun on this. So yeah, that's what it is. What we've been talking about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming on tonight. But let me summarize this up, Lady A. What we've been talking about. Do we want to wait for more comments to come in, or do we want to go ahead and summarize it? Because we got about 2 minutes, so we can start summarizing. So please like, share, and subscribe. Come on, show us some love on this. Show us some love on this channel. Big things, Veronica said, big things coming your way. Love you two together. Keep it real.
Love you too, boo.
100. Yeah, it's just that chemistry me and Lady A have. I'm never gonna leave her behind. If she's getting behind, I'm gonna kick her in the ass and make her go forward. So I told her, I'm never gonna leave you behind. You got me.
This coming from the one that's been kind of slacking lately. Okay, I got you.
I have. I ain't gonna lie. I have. I've been not focusing much, but I made my mind up this week that I need to get back focused. But there are some personal issues I'm going through, and I need to get back on track. So, Lady A,
I know
about those issues, so I need to get back on track. I am. I'm getting there. I got a strong woman that's telling me and keeping me in check. So, appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. Let's break a toe in his ass, Lady A. So I should say.
Girl, don't even get me started on the broken toe. That was all your fault anyway, ma'am.
What? You had broke a toe or something?
We had all gone to the beach and we were out there, and her son started deciding he was going to be funny. So I started running after him and everything, and tripped and broke my toe.
Oh my God. Oh my, I bet that hurt.
And then they were rolling and laughing and everything. I was like, man, that's
You
messed
were
up.
crying, I bet, right?
No.
When it hurt? Shit.
I mean, it hurt, but I wasn't crying.
Shit. It's just like hitting your toe on the corner of the bed when you get out of bed. That shit hurt, man. Like, dang. But yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna stay on track. We're gonna stay tuned for bigger and better things. Like Veronica said, they're coming our way. Believe it or not, we're gonna go national with this thing. We're gonna go do our thing, get it back on track here. So, like we say each and every week, thank you for coming in and chatting with us and showing us that love. And continue to show us that love. Share this as we talk about the conversation tonight, the difference between going backwards and forward, or if you want to say forward or backwards. I'd rather say backwards and forward, put the forward and back behind, and put the forward last so I can focus more on going forward, so in that direction. So let's go ahead and sum up the show, Lady. As we said, you and I said tonight, is that focus on more going forward, right? Because going backwards is a thing that you have got to not focus on, because of what that's going to do. As you take like Sasha and the Veronicas, and have made comments about, as you step back, all you're doing is repeating cycles that you have previously went through, and you're seeing the same thing over and over and over again, that would get tired to me. I don't want to see the same things over and over and again. I want to see new things that I've never seen, and I want to see new challenges in my life. I want to see new positive things in my life that's elevating me as I move forward. So as you move forward, you're going to be elevated, 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 elevated. Remember that. I guess that'll be the key word right there. As you move forward, you'll be elevated. And if you move backwards, you're just going down. You're at a stopping point. You're at an end point of different scenarios of life. So continue to focus moving forward, so you can accept those new challenges in life. And I guess at I say a maturity level. It may not be the right word, but you mature in life. I put it that way. You mature in life as you move forward with these new challenges. So we have to focus on moving forward, just moving forward. And I don't know if it's going to help one person or 10 people, but if we said something nice, show us that love, show us those like signs that, how we must continue to move forward, elevating. Sasha said, elevating is growth. It takes a lot to move forward. Yep, that's right. Yep, that's right, because it's new challenges. So that's what it's all about to Lady A. You got anything you want to close out with?
No, and I mean, like I said earlier, like you have to focus on the things that you want. So in that aspect, like you see something in your mind that you want, elevate yourself to get there.
Yep. Elevate yourself.
You know what I mean? And focus on one thing at a time. So if you have like 3 or 4 different things that pop in your head, focus on one at a time, get one to a certain spot, start the other one. But always elevate yourself to go further.
Right.
And the people that don't want to go further with you, then you leave them behind.
There you go. From the queen herself. Lady A, put it like it is. Keep it like it is. Keep it real. Keep it real. We're going to do a show like when keeping it real goes wrong. But
Oh, God.
Anyway, as we say each and every week, thank you for joining in on a odd Wednesday night. But hey, I think it's gonna probably be another night. We do a show because like Veronica said, it's a wind down Wednesday, I guess. So maybe we need to get there on Wednesday night when everybody's chilling out and getting over hump day, I guess. So as we say each and every week, until next week, peace.